Zishan, can you check with the Tobias, please, once? Thanks. We're happy to see a full house here now. Just to give you a quick update to all of our guests and all our judges and presenters, the pictures. We will be having, I mean, we are recording this entire thing and we're also live streaming on YouTube. So the process normally is, I will put the thing on recording and then I'll make a small introduction and then I will request the judges also to introduce themselves to the entire audience and then we get started one by one. The sequence I've already informed everyone. I'll keep on, prompting whenever the startup has to come in, and the judges can then open that sheet and they can evaluate there. Okay, thanks. Pax from Ozak, you'll have to request me for the presentation request, and then we can get you started whenever your time comes.
All right. Thanks, Shantanu.
Thanks. Yeah. Yeah.
How can I do that here?
Yeah, Pax, fine. Yeah.
I think it's already there.
Yeah,
Thank
it's
you.
working now, Pax. Yeah, thanks. Sorry, guys, we're just getting delayed as one of our judges is, we're just trying to reach him. Yeah, he's connecting now. Yeah. Zishan, please confirm you have access to the polls and quizzes. Polls.
Yes, all good.
Okay, I'll do something. Let's get started because he's connecting over here. As soon as he comes in, we can get him also online now up to speed. At least that will save us the time for the introduction part. So let me get started with the introduction. That probably will. Yeah, just a minute, please. Hello, everyone. Greetings of the day to everyone, wherever you're joining in from, and a very warm welcome to the first edition of Pivot's Open Demo Day. My name is Shantanu Sharma, and I head the operations at Pivot. Now, and for those who are joining in for the first time, just a quick introduction about Pivot. Pivot is a global Web3 venture accelerator. We are built by founders for founders. We work with early stage startups that are ready for execution through a milestone-based acceleration model. And we help them scale with mentorship, strategic support, one-on-one guidance. And in the past 2 years, we have received over 500 plus applications, and we have built an ecosystem of 300 plus VCs, 250 plus partners, and 60 plus mentors and angels to provide a 360-degree support system for each startup that we are accelerating. A bit about our founder as well, Anshul Dheer. He has been an entrepreneur for over 20 years now. He has built companies before Web3 and is now a 4 times founder in the Web3 space as well. He's been an investor, advisor, mentor to almost over 50 companies in the space now. He was planning to be with us today, but he's currently in Bahrain for an unmissable meeting and a get together with the Ministry of Information. But he sends his best wishes to all in the team that are presenting and everyone here in the audience today. A huge thanks to our incredible panel of judges for taking the time to evaluate all the startups that are presenting today and also to share their feedback. I would like to request our judges panel to give a short introduction of themselves. If I can request Mariam to come first, please. Mariam, can you please, you know,
Hi, thank you for having me. I'm Miriam. I manage grants at the Arbitrum Foundation. For those in the audience that don't know Arbitrum, Arbitrum is the leading L2, Ethereum L2, and our role within the ecosystem team, in particular grants, is every day supporting builders exactly at every stage of development where they are, in particular founders and teams similar to those that will be pitching today, with financial support, but also non-financial support. So we're pretty aligned here and excited to see all the pitches.
thank you. Thank you so much, Mariam. Just wanted to request Josephine to come and give a small introduction, please. Josephine.
Hello, everyone. First of all, I want to say thanks to Pivot team for having me here today. And I hope everyone have a great Friday. I'm Josephine Nguyen. I'm the lead of TON in South and Southeast Asia. And we have 5 different hubs of us globally, including America, East Asia, Europe, and CIS. And also the last one is South and Southeast Asia, where I'm the lead. So as you know, TON Network is a layer 1 blockchain developed by the team behind Telegram. We decided to support decentralized application and facilitate the exchange of digital assets. I also want to quickly introduce that we having the builders portal online for all of the potential projects and developers want to integrate and also want to onboard them to TON. So make sure coming to us, all of other hubs, including TON South and Southeast Asia. We're here to support you guys to know more about TON Network and what we support. And thanks so much to Pivot again. And I quite amazed by what you guys have been doing and achieved in the last few years. Thanks and
Thank
good
you.
luck to all of the teams today.
Thank you, Josephine. Would like to request Mark. Mark, you there? He's coming back again for the second demo day with us. Mark, all yours,
Yeah,
please.
and still excited. So see quite a few familiar faces there. So thanks for inviting me for the second time. For those who are not familiar with, my name is Mark. I lead the PTG department and investment department at CLS Global, one of the largest market makers here in the space. Always looking to connect with builders to find some alpha to support with our investment check sizes, liquidity, and our advisory and acceleration program for the launch. So good luck to everyone and looking to see some alpha today.
Great, thank you so much. And we now have Tobias also with us. Tobias, thank you so much for coming in. Please, if you can give a short introduction. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. I had a couple of internet challenges, but now it's all set. I had to quickly change location. But pleasure to be here, and I'm excited to meet all these incredible startups. I mean, you guys have a great lineup today. I'm excited to be part of it. So we run a TBV, a venture fund based out of Singapore, and also seeing a couple of awesome, familiar faces here. Mark is right there. And we typically invest between 250K to 500K into ideally seed or late pre-seed startups. And typically focusing on Southeast Asia and the US. But we're open to other new exciting areas where there's a lot of growth and innovative ideas. So thank you.
Thank you so much, Tobias, and a big shout out to as well to all our ecosystem partners who have come together to make this event possible, and to help assemble the $100,000 worth of reward pool that powers today's demo day. Of course, I would like to name them all: Google Cloud, CLS Global, we have Sherlock, Construct, we have MPost Media Group, Block Legal, CD5, We Advertisers, Foundation Ventures, Citria, a whole bunch of fantastic people who have come together. And let me tell you, all of you here, the way we've designed the entire reward pool is in such a way that every presenter who is going to be here today takes back something with them. So, of course, the winner will take a large chunk of the reward, but the others will also share the rest of the pie as well. So, of course, when we finish off this thing, we will get to meet all these participants and talk to them about the reward that they have won. Bill, welcome to all the people in the audience as well, builders, investors, and believers from all corners of the world. Thank you so much for being here. Let's kick off things as soon as possible because some of the judges may have to leave earlier. So we'll start with a short, quick overview of what today's flow is going to be like. We have 6 teams presenting today, and each startup gets about 7 to 10 minutes to present, which may include a short demo of the product. So a suggestion to the startups would be to try to club it into the 7 minutes if possible. And this will be followed by the judges Q&A for about 3 to 5 minutes. Once the queries are answered, we will open up a form on the screen for a vote from the audience and investors in the audience as well. The form will be open for about 20 odd seconds. You just have to give a scale and answer yes or no. So that's how short we have kept it. All our scoring today will be collated in real time, and we'll have a winner by the end of this session. So hang in there till the end for the winner reveal as well. And so let's get started. Just wanted once the last thumbs up from the judges if you have access to the evaluation sheets. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. Let's get started. The first team that is going to present today is Fibrous, and I would like to welcome Kanna from the team to come and present here. Kanna, if you are available, can you share your screen and get started, please?
Just a second. Could you able to see my screen?
Yeah, if you can also speak loudly so that we can hear you properly. All the best.
Hello, everyone. I'm Jenner. I'm one of the co-founder of the Fibers. Basically, we are building the best trading execution on the emerging markets. And we are getting the all on-chain liquidity for the new and upcoming Ethereum and Bitcoin L2s. In the problem, we are solving the explosion of the L2s and the new tokens has created a permanent state of liquidity fragmentation. First kind of the generation of the DEX aggregators were built to solve that, but now they are hitting their new wall. It's a fragmentation text. The infinite asset problem in there, the proliferation of the long tail assets, meme coins, or the new RVAs means that the liquidity is getting fragmented with the new tokens, and it's getting the serving worse trading executions even in the major pairs. And also within the new multi-chain complexity, users and developers are forced to navigate a dizzying array of the bridges and the native DEXs and paying a heavy fragmentation tax in there. And also new kind of the rise of intents and the new type of the protocols which is serving in the same chain trading or in the cross-chain trading is also fragmenting the liquidity. And we wanted to pivot there for solving all of that. And our dual pronged solution is appearing in there. We aim to introduce an alternative solution to the existing intent-solver relationship found in the current solver designs, which is predominantly carried out by market makers, especially for the private one. With this new approach, our goal is to simultaneously gather targeted on-chain and off-chain liquidity using our battle-tested routed algorithm to provide the best possible execution for the demand of intent-based protocols. But of course, the objective of offering a zero collateral approach is to establish a positive network effect for liquidity providers by representing an exclusively profitable execution option as a solver. This will will generate a pure surplus for our business for Fibers. And we are feeling like it's a perfect storm. This is a good way of the why we are saying why now. There is a market pull in here. The sheer volume of new networks and the asset is making the fragmentation problem exponentially worse. The tax on every service is becoming unbearable, and the demand for a single unified execution solution has going to be higher from both users and the builders in this market. And the technology push for the first time, the technology to build a true execution layer is matured. The ubiquity and of the standardized APIs or the kind of an EIP solutions for the getting a really unified intent and solver solution is going to be ready. So within the both in the market in the technology push, it's such a nice timeline for the building a new solver network. And we are building more than 2 years in there. We need to advance the routing algorithm with the different kind of trading futures and the batch swaps. And this is how we say it's a battle tested algorithm for the serving for our users. And our general mode is the zero collateral solver. We are getting the user's intent and solving the fragmented liquidity. But the basic thing you should get in there is that it's fixing the problem of fragmented liquidity in the high slippage cost without requiring any collateral. So that means that users are able to get the best trading execution and the solver as Fibers not losing any collateral or having any issue in there. And here you will be able to see our traction and the validation. We gathered more than 400 million volume, and we surpassed to more than 2 million routed trades. We have a huge unique user base, and we gathered more than 1 billion on-chain liquidity in the emerging L2s. And for the strategy, we are thinking to divide into 3 parts. The first one will be for the pioneering in the new ecosystems. The DeFi landscape is constantly expanding. Our first strategic pillar is to be a day one pioneer in the most promising new L2s such as Citrea and the Hyperion. By establishing ourselves as a dominant and a trusted aggregator before this ecosystem become very saturated, we capture a loyal user base and become a foundational DeFi Lego from the very beginning. And in this context, we get a really good traction on the Starknet, and also we are going to be launched on the day one in the Citrea. So that was the reason why we wanted to build and get ready on the new networks as a day one foundation. And in the part two, we are thinking to expand ourselves in the major markets because that's the place we wanted to build our solver, tested ourselves between the different aggregators and the solvers and show ourselves and the performance of our price features. While pioneering the new frontiers, we will simultaneously expand into the large established networks, and we will get an integration in there within many of the partners in there, and that will be our focus, especially for the pioneering as a business in there. Our third part, the ultimate goal is for Fibrous to become a ubiquitous. Our primary distribution channel is a B2B strategy focused on a deep partnerships. By leveraging our zero collateral solver and best-in-class API, we will become the preferred execution provider for the leading wallets, the apps, or the meta aggregators. And we will be like a kind of the first phase of the users when they wanted to swap in the different interfaces. Because within that change in the DeFi market, they will be going to using to intent protocols, and they will be also requiring the zero collateral solvers for enabling the fetching the every tokens or in the every kind of liquidity in there. And our business model is basically for the tiered fees. It's also the thing we have used on the Starknet. It's including the 15 base point for the networks, but it's in the EVM area. We are thinking to having user alignment, and we are thinking to have it just to a positive surplus kind of fee, and also going to pivot with the B2B API fee. We wanted to also introduce our fee sharing models for our integrators, including to many of the solver protocols or different kind of the meta aggregators or the wallet providers. And our roadmap, as I mentioned in there, we are going to complete in the whole this kind of the foundational kind of our zero collateral solver in the much more in the development side, and going to be launched on the emerging markets in the first phase. And in the second phase, we are going to expand ourselves into new networks and the major one, and to construct our solver model for in the different places. So that will be the place to test ourselves and to be sure about all the things are going well. And of course, the last phase will be much more about in the scale ourselves and to be sure about this kind of an idea is saturated within to a good traction, and believing that within to initial traction will create a flywheel in the Fibrous. So that will be turned into point that initial traction will turn into getting brand awareness for our platform. So as a both infrastructure and the platform, we will be having a good traction within that phase 3 ideas. And for all this idea for building to our zero collateral solver, we are thinking to raising $500,000 for our first round. We took ourselves as a really bootstrapped protocol until now, but just in timeline, we are thinking to do something in a much more accelerated way. So that was the reason why we are thinking to fundraise and turn into ourselves more than a project, turned into a really business. And as a team, we are really battle tested team with over 2.5 years experience in building in there. And as a 3 co-founder, we are looking to meet many new investors, accelerator programs, or the angel investors. And thanks a lot for listening to our pitch deck. Maybe I can show a quick demo about our really premier product. Just a second.
Dana, you have just 1 minute. So if you can quickly,
Yeah. Do you able to see our platform right now, right?
Yeah.
Last 1 minute. The Fibrous platform is in the premier and the performing in the more than 2 years, basically gathering the all on-chain liquid and showing a performant way of the advanced routing. Just in the Hyper-VM network right now, we are able to see that how the routes are complicated. Our vision for building a platform is that making on-chain trading is really simple in the much more performant way, building a good token is customizing all your options and having a good outreach in the different networks. And thanks a lot for listening, man.
Thank you so much, Canner. Can open the thing for our judges now. Any questions for Canner, please? Tobias, Mark, Josephine, Mariam, any questions for him?
Yeah, so let me start. I have a quick one. So just from the simplest point of view, what's your main competitive advantage over quite established players on the market? Like, for instance, if I were a constant user, why I should go to Fibers, not for like 1inch?
The reason we wanted to build is that we are believing the idea of the meta aggregation. So this is the reason why building a new solver model. Because in the aggregator space, it's quite tough to be sure about which is the best, because due to the nature of the algorithm, there is no best in the reality. But when it comes to much more on the solver side, we wanted to pivot ourselves to be in the part of the meta aggregators or in the meta APIs for which is including all of them. So, and we wanted to build our business for in the pivoting between to this kind of a competition. So competition is a niche for the swappy execution. So, and that's the reason as a small business, we will be having the pioneer one between each of them.
Got it. I appreciate your answer. Thank you. No more questions from my end.
I have a quick question if we still have some time. I mean, you mentioned that I think so far, company's about 2.5 years old. I think you processed 350 million in trading volume and are trusted by over 800,000 unique wallets. Can you just go a little bit into more detail on the traction side? Like, what does that mean on like monthly volume? What kind of wallets are we talking about? Is this, what kind of traders are these guys? And like, where do you think you guys fit in order to ideally, with the seed round that is coming up or that you're raising at the moment, what kind of niches and targets do we have to hit in order to like double or triple that volume? And of course, also the wallet side.
Got it. So basically, we fetched our most of the volume on the Starknet within as one of the emerger in there. With a high demand in the place, we received a good traction and especially more in the unique user side, because most of the users are just tracking the network and just wanted to test something. So that was the reason why get a traction like that. But when it comes to what is the ideal user for us, that will be much more in the daily users. If someone's just thinking to trade any token and don't looking up to which DEX is launched at or what's the place for to make it that possible. So that was the reason why we wanted to onboard this type of the users. And as an expectation and how we say what's the traction in the monthly volume, it's going in the around to 10 million a monthly volume in these days, because we are getting a newly awareness in the EVM networks and going to be launching the new ones. And within that timeline, of course, we are expecting that will be much more increase. And within kind of a wallet side, we just integrated with a few of the meta aggregators, and within the 20% of the possibility, we are able to give the best rows. So when it comes to integration to wallet providers, that means that within whole the swap demand, possibly 15 or 20% will be executed from the fibers. I hope that was a clear answer for you, because I want to
it's super helpful, right? But like, if you're making 10 million volume a month, what does that look? So the company currently, you guys are profitable, or like, I'm just not understanding what the financials are and like, why are you raising right now? Is this like kind of the expansion capital? Because I would assume that you're making money with the platform already, right? And then I don't know how high the burn is, but love to get some insights on these points.
To be frank, in here, until these days, we were able to go and get a sustainable business to compensating our runway. But as expected, we just wanted to having a wide team for it to be in the much more accelerated development. So that's the reason why we wanted to raise that, because our current approach, okay, it's a sustainable business to compensate our runway, but if we wanted to grow, okay, it's a good timeline for raising and having a new engineers and going in a much more dedicated way for to not thinking strictly about the financials.
Yeah, that's all we have for the question part, Tobias and others. Thank you so much. I really appreciate. We'll just put on the poll now for this company. And yeah, Zishan, can you do the needful, please? Okay, guys, you can now vote for this company, and in 20 seconds, we will do it. The next presenter will be Turf. So if you can, Dibyo, can you get ready, please?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Is my screen visible?
Yeah, it's visible. I'll just start your timer, and then we can get going now. Just a minute. You can start now. All the best.
Amazing. Thanks a lot. So, hi everyone. This is Dibyo. I'm the one of the co-founders of Turf Network. We are building an on-demand data network that's an autonomous contextual data feeds for intelligent systems, just like AI agents or LLMs. One of the key problems that we have seen specifically in the AI space is they have abundance of compute, but now they are looking for right quality of data. But the market of data acquisition is fundamentally broken in terms of how exactly smaller level transactions going to happen. And at the same time, how in a privacy preserved manner, data can be exchanged over a network. So that's the reason data sources are actually having a lot of trouble in terms of one-on-one distribution, lacking the economic right over their data, and development pipelines. So whenever there is a data transaction happening, there is a lot of data pipeline need to be established, let it be an ETL pipeline or ELT pipelines. Due to these reasons, monetization is always an afterthought for every single consumer apps, even data lakes, or even enterprise. But there is another problem in the side of data consumers as well. Whenever we say data consumers is LLM, specialized agents, or analytics interface, they are getting a huge time in terms of acquisition because they're getting data dumps. Data discovery is a huge problem. Poor quality data they are getting, and there is no standardization. So that's where we came in and have seen an opportunity. We have seen, like today, all the advances that happened in AI is due to compute. And we have seen that going forward, data is getting more and more, quality data is getting more and more valuable. And all these LLMs and AI agents need to consume it in real time. That's where we came with an autonomous agentic infrastructure that connects data sources and consumers, eliminating friction in the AI data economy forever. So the data sources and the data consumers can collaborate in a fully autonomous manner. And with just a data intent, data sources, they can get data from all the data sources. The aggregation, transformation, and loading is taken care by our network. Our agentic network makes complex data exchange super simple. And the best part is there is no human intervention required. There is an AI brain that takes care of intent destructuring, source discovery, aggregation, transformation, and benchmarking, making sure that all the dependencies that stays with the on-ramper, that the data provider or the data consumer is taken care of in an autonomous manner. That's where the whole infrastructure is calibrated. And we had our AI brain already up and running in our app. So we had an agent commerce aspect that's taking care of all the value exchange that's happening. At a infrastructure level, we look forward for the price discovery, contribution mapping, data agent pools. And at the same time, we are one of the first pre-compiled state machines that takes care of all the aggregation, source discovery, transformation in a decentralized manner. We are obviously uniquely positioned in the space, and in terms of having a composable network data infrastructure, we were the only players that were playing in this particular scale. But recently, obviously, I feel nearly two months back, Parallel AI also came in into this specific segment for with public data that we are trying to do with a private data. We have a very transparent model in terms of acquiring consumers as well as actually generating revenue. That's a success-based tree. Whenever you are operating on any AI agent or you're having an LLM, you are creating a data intent in our network. You only need to pay a value whenever your intent is getting fulfilled. And at the same time, we take a straightforward 20% 20% of the value that's getting transacted from the uh, data sources directly, because we are providing the distribution network directly to them, taking care of all the issues in terms of development pipelines. We are working on a network flywheel between the data sources and consumers, making it super easy for anyone to come to our network and exchange data. And that's where we are focusing on the first phase at this moment, bringing more and more data sources to our ecosystem. Going forward, we'll be focusing on the data consumers. And actually, we already started that. Snowflake, agentic ecosystems like Sentient, and at the same time, we have AgentKit are already leveraging our data infrastructure to create workflows and at the same time requesting some data context directly for their AI agents. When these things are achieved, the whole focus is to build a utility grade data layer for the whole global AI economy. We haven't started as a data company earlier, but we were into the gaming space where we used to do esports profiling, prediction markets. But we actually generated so much data that we actually leveraged and monetized those kind of gameplay data to defense tech companies and healthcare companies. That got us a validation, and we pivoted towards building the whole data layer for autonomous transactions of data, and we are live in the market. We have a team who had the expertise and research as well as handling a lot of data. Aditya is ex-HP R&D, expertise with data and security. Himanshu is actually helped Razor Networks. It's one of the first decentralized Oracle network. Prince is ex-founder of Reputex, handled petabytes of data, and an AI researcher, is working with us. We have an amazing set of investors who has been supporting us from day one in our pre-seed round. And yes, we are raising $2.5 million in our seed round. We already did our pre-seed round, and the instrument we are using is safe with one-on-one token warrants that you will be getting allocated in both the rounds, equity as well as in token. And yes, the whole aspect of getting this particular fundraise is to scale our distribution and at the same time cross $5 million in gross data value transacted. The end goal in terms of our roadmap was to launch our mainnet by Q4, and we already have achieved that last week. And yes, data is the fuel of the 21st century, and we are actually building the pipeline infra for it. So this is a basic product flow and the protocol overview. Would love to take you through all these, but rather than this, I would love to showcase you the demo of what's live. Is my screen visible?
Yeah.
Perfect. So once you launch our app, it's super simple. You can come to our dashboard within the last 2 weeks of our launch. It's nearly 10 days, and we have nearly 158 data agents are already deployed, and nearly 331 not AI agents are consuming data through it. You can have published data agent as well as private data agents for your company, as well as monetize it out in the public. For building your own data agent, it's super simple. You can come aboard, start building, select any RSS feed, any PDFs, or even multiple MCP servers, and can actually create MCP like a data agent right in space. The best part that started few, I would say, nearly a week back during our launch is X402. X402 came to us and in terms of having an implementation, and we thought like this would be the best possible way in order to monetize this whole particular infrastructure in an autonomous manner. And we got with our research we did in the last 7 days, we are already listed among the premium use cases of X402 and been acknowledged by Coinbase and Google. So that's where everything starts. You can create your data agent here. Once you create your agent, you can actually see all the data agents available. You can use it privately, chat with it, integrate it. And whenever you are doing an integration, all the payment rails, it's happening through an X402 channel. And whenever you need to monetize, you can go ahead, set the query parameter, and publish your agents. Once your agent is published, it's available for anyone to integrate and chat with it. And whenever anyone is interacting or leveraging your data, you're getting incentivized. This is a quick demo of what we have already been developed. And going forward, since we are getting super traction around X402, we are trying to lead that particular landscape. And day after tomorrow, we'll be releasing the X402 research for the data swarm. And within the next 1 or 2 weeks, we'll be focusing on getting the implementation done. And yes, that's pretty much it. Would love to share more details. And if you have any questions, would love to answer that.
Thanks, Dibyo. Off to the judges. Any questions for him, please?
Yeah. Can I ask some question? Can you guys
Sure.
hear
Yeah.
me? Yeah,
Yeah.
Josephine here.
Yes.
Okay, first of all, I really like your pitch, the pitch deck and the way that you organize it. Very clear about, the problems and how you guys gonna solve the problem. So well done on that part.
Mhm.
However, I'm not so clear about the business model and how you guys really, are. Can you tell a little bit about your market growth strategy? Because you
Yes.
are target at raising 2.5 millions, right?
Mhm.
And most of the action you're going to do with that 2.5 millions is more at the partnership connections and stuff. It's not so clear about the market growth strategy. So can you please explain a little bit about that? Thank you.
Perfect. So that's a really nice question. So the basic strategy that we are going ahead with for our go-to-market is connecting with all the agent building frameworks, like even virtual protocols, Open AI, Manus AI, and even Sentient. So most of our data consumers that we are looking up to is AI agents itself. So our go-to-market, it's not going directly to the consumers or AI agents builder, but to partner with all these kind of frameworks, which can inherently make it available for all their agents who are building on top of them to integrate and quickly source the data. So that's where everything will kick off. And at the same time, once the monetization kicks in, we will be onboarding more sources. Maybe after seeing the revenue that's getting generated with all the available sources, we will be getting more and more sources, let's say consumer apps, SMEs, and data curators that can actually fuel this whole economy. And again, the data consumers will be getting more and more valuable data in place. So it's a network effect that we are trying to build on, and our go-to-market would be actually partnering up with the agent kits rather than agent builders directly.
I see.
Hope that
I think
answers.
I highly
Yeah.
suggest you guys. Yeah, I think I highly suggest you guys to add on more numbers about connecting with consumer apps, because I think
Mhm.
50 plus is actually quite small to do what you guys are focusing to do. Is you have a very big vision project with,
Mhm.
the small target. So it might not making, so much sense to the potential investor. But it's just
Yes.
a little bit recommendation. Thanks so much
Mhm.
for your answer. Yeah.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah. Anyone else, please? Yeah. Maria, Tobias, Mark. Okay. If not, thank you very much. I think we'll close this pitch. We'll just put up the poll now. Thanks, Dibyo. Thank you for your time, man.
Thanks a lot for having me.
Yeah, yeah. Mark, did you have a question or did you just wave?
I just uploaded. Yeah.
Oh, I
Great
see.
pitch.
Okay, okay.
Thank
Okay,
you.
okay. Thank you. Yeah. All right. The next team to present will be Ozak AI, and the CEO of Ozak AI, Pax Reed, is here. Pax, you ready? Okay, okay.
Yep.
Yeah. Just give me a moment. We'll start your thing. We'll just end this poll now, and we'll give you the space to start working. Yeah. Yeah, you may start now, please. Thank you, Pax.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. I'm Pax, CEO of Ozak AI. I lead product security at Ozak AI. Firstly, I thank Pivot for this wonderful opportunity to present our product at this stage. Lovely meeting all the amazing panel members today. I won't waste a second of your time. Let's go straight into why we exist and what we are building. A quick introduction about Ozak AI. Ozak AI is an agentic AI platform built for financial markets. Instead of showing what already happened, we use predictive AI to analyze live data and tell you what is likely to happen next. It's built for traders and funds who need forward-looking intelligence, not after-the-fact reports, right? So that's exactly what's Ozak AI. Probably let me highlight the problem here. The financial intelligence industry is fundamentally broken, especially in the AI era. So every trader and fund we spoke, we did a lot of market research before even we started building on this. They described all the traders, they described the exact same pain point. They're all telling it's not the lack of data, but the lack of usable, timely, and explainable intelligence, right? So the point one I'm trying to make here, on like the how opaque and how black box today's systems are. All the financial models are hidden. Most of the assumptions, all the data are siloed. You're asked just to trust the output without knowing how they were produced. That really kills the conviction for the trader. And point number two here is how expensive, you know. So so almost there are certain platforms will give you a charge of about 20 grand per seat to watch dashboards that still don't tell you why the market moved. Only that is already, did. So most of the cost is burned just running on top of old infrastructure, not to create any alpha. Again, the point three with the problem statement here is almost every system is slow and reactive. And that's the biggest failure because every tool out there is all reactive. By the time any insight hits your screen, the opportunity is already left the trade window. Probably I can take a bunch of concrete examples to drive the pain of these traders. Think about the ETH ETF announcement, right? On every major terminal out there, the insight showed up after the price had already moved 7 to 9%. So that's not really intelligence, that's a post-mortem with a nice UI. So we are not building another dashboard. We are rewiring the economy around intelligence itself. So the solution for this problem statement, we are building a decentralized intelligence economy. Ozak AI introduces where AI agents compete to produce the most accurate forward-looking signals, and those signals are distributed in real time with transparency. Transparency is the key here. Instead of closed black box, we offer a real-time marketplace for prediction where value flows to whoever produces the most accurate forward view. Again, just to highlight, we are not selling the data, we are commoditizing actionable prediction, and that becomes the new unit of edge in the markets. And that's our differentiator. Everything today, every tool out there today is reactive, but not predictive. Again, if you ask to pick up any examples, sure, I think most of you guys are aware of when BlackRock's BTC ETF wallet moved on chain, right? Almost all high frequency bots acted instantly, but still all the old most dashboards showed it after the move was done. It's basically useless. Even when the Binance DOJ settlement hit, the market repriced within 90 seconds. All these intelligence tools explain it only after the damage was already over, right? Again, this is also not an intelligence. That's more like an autopsy. So we wanted to build an edge there. And just to present the Ozak AI ecosystem, our vision is pretty clear. We would like to, we are redefining financial decision making with AI that is accurate, transparent, and sourced from verifiable data, not a black box oriented outputs. And just to highlight it here is we have two frontiers, Eon and Neuron. I think these are pretty cool, interesting. I'm going to show you a demo as well at the end. So basically, EAN is the user-facing layer. It means the place where people actually use OZAC. Think of it as the cockpit where users deploy and manage their own predictive agents. They can customize their own strategies and see AI-driven signals in real time, not delayed, not just summarized, live and interpretable. And coming to the neuron part, this is the most essential component here. It's the inference engine, the AI inference engine. Under the hood, it's all powered by neuron. It's a distributed network where all the intelligence is created. Okay, so EAN and neuron is part of it. Let me just highlight the critical parts of the OZAC here. OZAC streaming network, OZAC data vaults, OZAC predictive agents. Let me just quickly walk you through. OZAC data vaults are nothing but private encrypted execution environments, basically where the traders can create custom strategies and models and historical signals stay under the exclusive control. They can interact with our AI infrastructure without over exposing your edge. And OZAC streaming network is exactly where uh, our deep and infrastructure is there. This is the highest throughput ingestion layer where it pulls all live financial data from countless on-chain and off-chain sources. It even feeds the data to the inference, which is neuron with millisecond level information. We really did the data engineering from the ground up, which is what makes our predictions timely, not after the fact. And the critical component again is the OZAC predictive agents. These are customizable autonomous AI agents where trade users deploy them to watch specific assets, info strategies, and scan for opportunities 24/7 inside their walls. Okay, so this is pretty much about the OZAC token. And I just wanted to quickly show you, before getting the demo, we have a uh, just to highlight the one more interesting thing here, Chainlink. Okay, so what Chainlink did this particular things, just to give you the edge here or moat here. This is the easiest way to understand what we are building. Think of us as doing for intelligence what Chainlink did for data, right? So Chainlink solved one half of the problem. It made data verifiable and decentralized, and you own the trusted inputs, which is OZAC solves the other half. We make the interpretations and predictions layer decentralized and trustless. You don't just own the raw data, you own actionable intelligence built on top of it. So we are the foundational layer for AI-driven financial decision making, where it doesn't matter who it's about human involvements, all automated, built with real-time, trustless, and globally available predictive intelligence. And coming to the traction part of it, I think before getting into this, so we'd like to highlight the market that we have. We are sitting exactly at the intersection of two explosive market curves: AI in finance and decentralized finance itself. AI in fintech, as you can see the numbers here, like the TAM itself is almost $45 billion. This represents the full overlap of AI in finance and crypto and deep in. The SAM is about 22 billion. The TOM is about 200 million, which is, we are not just about projecting fantasy numbers. This is what exactly can capture near term, where our OG token uh, is there. And one more interesting thing, we are really proud. Recently, we just crossed over 4 million in pre-sale funds raised, right? So I can show you the quick part here where all this part. So this is all about pre-sale and public round. We recently closed 4 million, the figure, and our rewards hubs and other things got about tractions. I'm just quickly walking you through all this real-time data, almost like 298K of our rewards part of it. And we recently got noticed by the Dune itself. And maybe I'll just take a quick about the demo part here. This is the OZAC AI Eon frontend. And here you can pick up all these types of AI agents out there. Fundamental analysis, you have, so you can pick up any particular thing and you can get this particular, right now I'm just picking up Bitcoin. I'm getting the, basic analysis of fundamental analysis of this, how this particular price chart is there, and how is this particular coin is performing over the markets. And probably I can also show you the total market cap of the crypto industry, everything right for the trader. Especially if you're a retail trader, you don't have to know the technical analysis. Maybe I can just show one quick prompt as well, without knowing the technical part of it. So I just asked about give technical analysis of TRX, including key support resistance levels or RSA, MACD. So let's see how this is going to pick up. This is the whole inference part of it. This is not a ChatGPT wrapper or any such thing. All these machine learning models are built from the ground up. We almost invested about 6 months of in the part data engineering part. Worked with about at least 15 to 16 data vendors out there. Uh, High-end data engineering has happened. And look at this, all sort of technical indicators that we have here, which describes this part of it, all in the right in front of this part of it. And this is a market behavior insights. And yep, I think that's a quick demo of, there are a lot of other agents too. And yeah, we have a very good community stance. Just to close a note, we have very good total transactions, about almost over 20K plus, and we have 4K total users in total, generating about 210 average ticket size. Thank you. And we have a very good partners in size. I think, happy to discuss more. I think, thank you. This is quick. Happy to answer any questions about the product around.
Thanks, Pax. We will open the floor for questions now from the judges. Yeah, Josephine. Yeah, please.
Yeah, sorry, I cannot find the hands, the raising hand button on Zoom.
Okay.
Normally have that on Google, so sorry to raise hand physically. So yeah, I want to clarify a little bit about the numbers that I got here. If it's not that accurate, please let me know, because it's related to the question I want to ask. So you mentioned here that 3.8 million already raised. 950 million OZ tokens already sold,
Right.
17,500 plus transaction, and 7,200 users on board.
Right.
And you say that utility of OZ is a native utility token that fuels the entire AI ecosystem that you guys are building.
Right.
And is to use to activate the predictive agents, pay for the computational resource on the debit, and stack for rewards and etc. So my question is, I see the number of users are not that so big, but it's quite impressed how much money that you guys raising. So what is you guys' strategy to really plan up to increase the number of users on board? Because I think for your project, it's very important that part that you can attract a bigger number of users, right?
Right, Justin. Let me start answering this one. This is a public pre-sale route, and most of the investment clients or buyers are all about the traders here. We work with a lot of retail traders, and these folks are investing at the OZAC token, and I think that's our market opportunity. At the same time, the conviction that are already built with it. So every iteration, almost every week, we work with their they use a product and they come. We are not in just to the sake of MVP here mode, and we are already there. We are working with them day in, day out. Almost every agent is being thoroughly tested by them, and they are the frequent buyers of it. So we really want to focus on revenue generation, right? Like, like while we are working with the pre-sale round itself. So we are not really focusing on just the users who are just buying the token, and most of our token, as per the even the platform analytics shows here, almost they're all like repetitive buyers or all traders who are actually build up the conviction on the platform. And that's a part. And when I say users, yes, these are the unique buyers, you can say here. This is not that, but these are all mostly like almost over 50% of the users are all traders, which we work in bit of a part of our community. And that's our conviction. And we are starting right from day zero on the revenue mode.
And majority of those 50% of creator you mentioned so you guys have around 3,700 creators, right? Because you say around 50% of 7,200 users are on board other creators, like you mentioned. Where are they from? Do you have ever checked the geography of those users?
Yeah. Mostly, I think I can show you real time here. So
Yeah.
they fall from this part. And I would say this is more like pseudonymous identities it can be, but look at this part of it. We have almost these countries who are heavily worked on it. And this is about APAC region too. We are very bullish on this, not just US, but yeah. So these are
Okay,
all.
so 25,000 people visitor. Okay, 25,000 of Vietnam on top, United States, Indonesia, Japan. So you guys have mainly in Southeast Asia. Okay, mainly
And this is
Southeast
just the
Asia
last 30 days, Josephine. And
and
if I
US.
tune a
Okay.
part of it, we have very good conviction across the globe, not just the APAC, predominantly US markets too.
Okay, I understand. So, very small question. I mean,
Please.
sorry, guys. Do I have time for that?
Please go ahead.
Yeah.
One last
okay.
question. Yeah.
Yeah, one last question. Sorry. So, what's your plan? I mean, what's the next market you guys are planning to do? Because I think that you guys also will focus for the pre-sale and the community growth before listing, correct?
Right.
Yeah.
The next focus is typically we are just focusing, like I said, revenue streams for trade execution as well. We have a great plan to integrate the. We are right now we are all built up the predictive intelligence already, and our fundamental deep in network is also almost we are close to Web 2.5. I wouldn't say entirely 3.0 because our deep in nodes has to be sold at. Now we are collecting with Hyperliquid most of the fund platform where traders can also integrate with this fund pool and they can perform on trade execution as well. And that's our next two leading deep in nodes, and the trade execution is in our roadmap. And that's where our subscription and trade fee is going to be the major revenue source for us.
Okay, clear. Thank you. Yeah, I have no further question. Thanks so much.
Thanks, Josephine. Thanks, Pax. I think now we can put up the poll right now, Zishan, and request Julia from Tings to get ready next, please. Yeah, Julia, just give it time and then we can.
Oh, can I stop sharing screen?
I'll request if there are any more questions to Zach that you can still go on while the poll is on.
Okay. Julia, I'll just start your timer and you can start now. All the best.
Thank you. Hi, everybody. I'm Julia. I'm the CEO of Things. Thank you for joining us on this Friday. So we've seen AI transforming a lot of industries, and that's what Things is doing for the gaming and entertainment industry. We are the category-defining AI gaming infrastructure that transforms text prompts into fully playable games. And we are empowering creators and brands to unlock the measurable engagement. So the problem that we saw is that there are a lot of creators who want to create their own game to, engage with the community, use it as an immersive medium, but they don't have the skills to do it. It's too expensive. On the other hand, I interviewed more than 50 Fortune 500 brands, and I said, why are you not using gaming as a new channel to engage with Gen Z, with the next generation? And they said, Julia, we really want to get into the market, but it's too fragmented. The costs are too high and the development times are too long. Also, a lot of Web3 projects we talk to have a problem to engage their communities, as a lot of the communities just drop off after TVE. And that's why we are building Things. We are building a no-code game creation platform. So anyone can create a game in a couple of hours instead of games without any devs needed. You can deploy the games everywhere in a web browser, in your app, and then Josephine, of course, also on Telegram. So we are also working with Ton on that. And this is easy scalable for individual creators, but also for global brands. So to show you a little bit how, let's talk about why now is the right moment. So AI is changing all of the industries, lowering the barriers. Also, the traditional ad market is really struggling at the moment. Ads are getting more expensive every year, and people are tired of looking at ads. So brands need a new way to engage with the audiences. And also gaming is the biggest entertainment industry in the world, ahead of sports, ahead of TV, but it's completely untapped by advertisers. So the market is big. We are looking at an attainable immediate opportunity of 292 million, but it can be easily combined into $1 trillion opportunity. So yeah, let's show you a little bit how these games look like. So we've been in the market only a couple of months. We are already making games. These are a couple of client games. So you can see they're really here to capture attention. Here you can see a little demo of our beta. I will show you a video in the end. So let's skip this part and I will show you more later. Our traction so far, we've won several pitch contests during Token 2049, for example. We won a Solana hackathon with the Jägermeister track. We got a Super Team Germany grant we are talking to. We also got a Polygon grant. And we have more than 15 signed LOIs with companies like, on one hand, Estee Lauder, but also a lot of Web3 brands where we are also making already early revenue. So yeah, we've not building in isolation, but as you can see, we've been out there and talking about things. Our business model is the typical Gen AI proven model. We start with freemium as soon as the user needs a little bit more power to top up, more GPU, they have to pay. And then for the enterprises, they have a subscription model for 8K a month, and they can get the branded games from us. Everything is based, of course, on Web3, so people own their own IP, and yeah, it's all really easy to use. Our growth strategy is a flywheel. So the creators create on our platform more and more games, which attracts new users. They share it with their friends, and then the brands come in. And the brands bring their own audiences, which we, of course, retarget and give them reasons to stay on our platform and try other games. So this is like a reinforcing flywheel, so you can see strong network effects here. Our defensibility, you're probably thinking, what are they using their own AI? Yes, we are training our own AI model. We're using an MCP, which is talking to Unity, who learns about the game creation. And everything we are doing is model agnostic. So we are making sure that we are going with the fast changing AI. We also have our own backend logic and our own data analytics. So the more data we capture, the more insights we have. Our roadmap, we are currently, we started building early this year. We are currently in our closed beta. So if you want to have access, please ping me afterwards. We are launching our open beta later this year. And we are preparing currently for our TGE in late Q1. Let me go to the next slide. So who are we? So I'm Julia. I have more than 10 years of experience in advertising. So previously I was holding positions in companies like Adidas, where I was working on the global marketing team. I worked more than for 5 years at Google, where I was working with Fortune 500 companies, leading more than 100 million in portfolios. My co-founder is the perfect match. He's an expert in AI. He previously had a gaming and another AI startup that he just exited and raised more than 18 million in funds as a director for a Web3 unicorn. We also have here our advisors and our rockstar team, which is a team of people who have a PhD in AI, but also game developers who have worked for major titles and have more than 100 million in downloads. So we are currently seeking 500K for our first seed round right now. In total, we want to raise 2 million ahead of our TGE to really prepare, to build up our marketing efforts, hit our next milestones, and finalize our product development of the platform. So let me share with you the demo so it's easier for you to understand what we are building. So this demo, I showed it for the first time 2 weeks ago in Token 2049, and everybody was super enthusiastic. So here you have your alpha today. So our platform is super easy to use. You log in, you name your game idea, and then you can pick what type of game you want. So at the moment, we have like Match 3, Endless Runner, Idle Beta. We will be adding more and more game times every week. But these are very popular titles. That's why we picked them. And then you can pick what kind of game type you want. Is it like a fantasy game or do you want a custom game? So here our user wants to add a custom game. So for the custom game, you can type in what kind of theme you want. So the user wants something with planets and moon, like a galaxy. So the AI is creating a 2D image, which will be used later as a background in the game. What else do we need in games? We need lots of 3D assets. So the next thing we are doing, we are creating a lot of 3D assets. So you can see asteroids, satellites, you will see a robot. And I'm going to have to speed this up a little bit because normally this takes like a few hours, which is of course still amazing. But just for the demo, it takes too much time today. Okay, so we are creating the robot. And then you can confirm all of your assets and the platform is turning all of these into a game, which you can see here. Our game engine is working with Unity, which is the biggest game engine in the world. So you can really see here how high the quality of the games is that we are creating. Yeah. So thank you for your time, and I'm looking forward to your questions.
Thank you, Julia. The question floor is open now for the judges. Yeah, Mark.
Okay, yeah, let me start first. So I have two questions. I'll try to keep it brief and simple. So first of all, I just wanted to get a little bit more about the IPs of the games. So you mentioned that one of the core audience is the brands and the creators. So do I understand correctly that's also the part of the business model that you can either rent out or charge like some IP fees as well? It's not only the freemium model for the services as it is.
Yes. Yeah, so also we're getting some revenue, for example, from advertising. We're also building a new revenue stream for some of the IPs we are talking to. So there can be also like a revenue share. For example, we are currently negotiating a contract with FC Barcelona. So for them, we are talking about a revenue share because they want to integrate a token into the games. So we will be building that out for them for the next couple of years. Yeah, but for example, Estee Lauder, we are just giving them a yearly subscription where they can have, for example, 5 games a year. So it's a Christmas game, a spring game, and maybe they have a product launch. They want to use things for, yeah.
Got it. I appreciate your answer. And second question, just like in simple terms, I really understand the platform and the product. Why do you need a token for it?
Yeah, so the whole creator economy is based on Web3. So every user can just create their own games, monetize them, share them on our platform, sell them. It will be, of course, like the assets will be based on NFTs and so on. Yeah, so that's our whole incentive, that people don't just watch games, but they can really own them and distribute them on their own.
Got it. Thank you. No more question from my end.
Thanks, Mark. We'll wait for any questions anymore. If not, then we can move to the next one. Josephine, you had a question? Yeah?
No, my question is actually the second one that Mark already asked. So no more question from me. Thank you.
Okay. Thanks so much. Really appreciate. Yeah. Okay. Thanks, Julia. We'll just put up the poll now. Zishan, please, if you can do that. Thank you so much. And we'll request Rohit from Raga Finance to get ready now.
Is my screen visible?
Yes, Rohit is visible now. Thank you very much. Yeah, you can go ahead now. All the best.
Thank you. So, hi everyone, I'm Rohit. I'm the founder of Raga Finance. We are creating institutional grade products so that we can maximize DeFi returns for users. We have currently raised $1 million in pre-seed round from Hash Emergent, Mask Network, and CoinX. And we have angels from some of the notable accelerators and companies in crypto itself. like Hadron, Caldera, node option. So let's see like what Saga is all about. So meet Birbal. He's just like any one of us. He wants to invest in DeFi, but he has seen that there is a very high yield opportunity. You can trust the protocol and you can invest a very large capital of money with confidence. But when he starts investing, he sees that there are too many protocols and everyone to optimize the yields, you have to click a lot of buttons, you have to follow a lot of procedure to earn the maximized return. Also, the returns on the protocols keep changing and they are never consistent. And whenever he wants to move his money out to a different protocol, there is a lot of fees that was not mentioned by the protocol itself. So Birbal gets very frustrated while he starts investing in DeFi. Then he met us, Raga finally. So we are building these structured institutional products. Let's see what these are. So basically, these are same as your Web2 products, like mutual funds that you invest in, ETFs that you invest in. These help you invest in a very simple way. You know where the returns are coming from, and you know like what are the strategies that a particular fund or a person is following. So currently, the structured market is pretty new in the DeFi space itself. It has more than $1 trillion in the Web2 space, but on the Web3 space, it started growing like 2 years back, and now it's around few $1 billion, and it's gonna grow a lot in the next couple coming years. So how Raga solves the problems for people? So we have a single click deployment of funds. He can track his portfolio in USD based PNL. He can see like how much he invested, how much returns he is generating on his investment, what's the risk that he is taking while he's investing in those uh, categories, and he can take out his funds anytime he wants. So that is our vision: make DeFi simple again for users. So currently, these are all the products that we are building. So these strategies involve your auto compounding strategies where you have to claim the funds again and again to optimize your returns. There are yield looping strategies, which follows that there is a gap between the lending part and the yield part of a token, so that you can loop it every time. Then there are delta neutral strategies that is possible on Hyperliquid. And there are market neutral strategies. So currently, we are live with our bearer chain strategy, and we are gonna go live on Hyperliquid this month and on Katana by next year. Yeah. So we are very well positioned to win the structured product market. We are offering some of the best deals in the market. We have the best UX that are there. So you can track where we are investing your assets. You can follow the strategies on chain itself, see how much your funds are allocated, what fees you are paying. And currently we are working on the distribution part of it. So this is we are focusing on these chains right now. So Bearer chain, as I mentioned, is already live. Hyper even Katana is gonna go live this quarter, and then we are gonna focus on other chains as well. And we have an active partnership with Spectra and Morpho for the leverage looping part. And all the launches that are upcoming, we have around $2 million of commitment on those. So this is a product roadmap. So multiple products are went live in the Q3 space. Q4 we have few upcoming products. And then the next quarter and the next year, we are going to focus on the institutional side of it. So the multi-asset vault that we are creating is for yield optimization for different ecosystems and different institutions. So how is revenue generated by Raga? So we are going to have a Raga token, and we charge three tier of fees. One is a management fee, withdrawal fee, and performance fee. So currently we are charging performance fee on our auto compounding one and management fee on the delta emitter one. And all these revenue flows into either the Raga token holders who stake their Raga token or into the insurance fund that will help us in any black swan event that is happening on our vault due to the market conditions itself. So this is a team. Me and my co-founder know each other from last 11 years. We studied in the same college. We worked for the same company itself, and now we're building the product company together. And we have a team of 10 people that have worked on some of the best ecosystems in the Web2 and Web3 industry and are from the best colleges from India. So let me give you a brief demo of how this thing works. So this is currently under some of the changes are being done today itself, so that's why it's on staging. But let me just show you. So you can use any of the logins you want. You can log in through Google. This way you can manage your portfolio on your phone, on your laptop, or any other thing. And once we get sufficient traction, we are gonna launch a application as well. On the delta neutral side, you can see how much APY was generated on each day, and you, depending on that, you can invest any amount of money. You can select which token you want to invest in. Then you can just select the amount. You don't have to do any swapping. You can select any of the tokens that are present in the portfolio, and you just have to press a single click. That's all. And you can just go to the portfolio page. You can see what all assets you have invested in, how much you're earning on the portfolio term, and what are the risk percentage. You can withdraw anytime you want, and the reward points is also coming soon so that you can earn extra using the Raga token. So this was from the social login side, but let's say you don't have a social login. You have a MetaMask wallet that you already have. Then also basically you can invest in our strategies using a single click. We have implemented EIP 7702. So you can just select any token you want and we handle everything like swapping the tokens, converting into any asset. And this is using your EOA wallet. So you just do a single click. It'll ask this thing because it's still in the testnet phase. On the staging phase, once it goes mainnet, these warnings will also go away. You just select and you confirm, and that's it. Uh, all the transactions that you have done will happen in a single. Okay. Okay. I think. So let me try it again. Okay, there's some problem with the network itself, I think. But yeah, you can click, you can deposit in a single click and you can see how the portfolio is performing. And if you see, I can show you the past transactions as well. Those were done from the EUA account, and these are like a single click transactions. Like everything from swapping to deposit was happening in the single click, and you can always track your money. So that's it. And like if anyone of you are interested in the product and seeing how we are making this strategies for other clients as well, you can connect with us on any of the following channels, and we would like to have a conversation with you. Yeah.
Great. Thank you.
Open
Thank
to
you, Rohit.
questions. Yeah.
Yeah. We'll open the floor to the questions now.
Mariam here. Just like Josephine, I couldn't find the button to raise my hand, so I'll just go. Thank you for the presentation. Two things I'm not sure I've heard. Did you mention how many testnet users you have at the moment? So that's my first question. And the second one, is there any dimension of automatic rebalancing of the position similar to what an optimizer would do? Did you plan that?
So the yield optimizer part is still in development phase, but we are creating a rule engine that handles the re-optimization and everything. That is gonna go live on Katana. You can check it out then. As for the testnet users on the Hyperliquid side, we have around 1,000 users who are testing out the product. The current thing that I showed you is on the mainnet. That is, we are gonna launch on the 30th of October itself. So it'll be for the alpha users, and we have around 200 alpha users on the mainnet itself.
Thank you.
Thank you. I think there are no more questions. We'll raise the vote and we will prepare the last team to present all the way from Honduras and Brazil. We have Roberto. Roberto, you ready? Roberto, are you there?
Sorry, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Can you share a screen?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear. I'll share my screen.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah.
Yeah, thanks a lot for letting me show, giving me the opportunities to showcase you what we're building. I'll share this full screen, present. So I'm Roberto. I'm the head of strategy at product. I'm doing a little bit investor relationships and business development too here at Triad. We are a prediction market that understands culture. So while Polymarket and Kalshi, they're very much financialized. They like that engagement, that people that are keen bettors in sports, in gaming, in like they have a lack of touch with local culture and how reaching the younger generation, those people that meet in the weekends, chat, maybe place a few bets, discuss with their friends, etc. So since our pre-seed round 6 months ago, we built the product and marketing needed to scale. So on the product side, we built USDC support and fast markets, a full on-chain order book system. We've improved our revenue model to be more straightforward. Our UX is much more Web2 friendly, is very closely aligned to traditional betting companies rather than similar to existing prediction markets like Polymarket. We've integrated PIX payments for the fastest possible on-ramp to the platform. We've implemented our referral and season point system, driving retention. And we also created new revenue streams for the platform. On the marketing side, the most perhaps important partnership by far is Elgato, with 10 million plus YouTube followers. He's our main ambassador. He's the biggest streamer in Brazil. We also sponsored several competitions on esports where these streamers participate and promote, cover these. Reaching a Free Fire Championship reached 10 million people around the world. Just yesterday, we've hosted the Copa Nostalgia with Elgato, which had 170K live viewers. And in that stream, I'll show you a little bit later, they were prompted to, if they wish to bet for the people they wanted to win, and they were guided to the Triad platform. We've partnered with Yuri, another very big streamer in Brazil, and or also partnered with esports organizations. Our record month, August, we had 4,725 new users, up 400% since 6 months ago. This was good validation for us that the products that we built and the distribution strategy that we're going for is working. As you all know, the betting industry worldwide is massive, 100 billion annual revenue. While prediction markets are only a small percentage of this, they're the talk in the town in crypto Twitter and also in TradFi. Polymarket especially has been the talk of the town, having raised $2 billion. And they're growing at a very fast pace. The report around 50% CAGR. But we think that with the attention and the spotlight that Polymarket is taken recently, it's going to grow even faster. Our serviceable obtainable market, we're very focused on Brazil. Our whole funding team is from Brazil. I'll show you the team in a minute. And our goal here, if we just target 10% of national volume, or with approximately between 1.33% take rate, we are seeing 22.1 to 51 million annual revenue. Brazil is actually the leading country in sports betting worldwide, with the highest amount of betting people per capita, 20%, and 15.6 million daily users in betting apps and websites. So Why Brazil? Because all of founding team is Brazilian, and as a matter of fact, the only one that is Spanish. So they're Brazilian. They understand the culture there. They have very strong connections, and we started growing quite organically in Brazil because they understand culture. They understand what really reaches people. We'll be the only platform covering elections in Brazil, as how betting houses cannot legally offer it, and we think this is going to be by far our biggest market to date. We will cover things like Big Brother, so pop culture markets. The World Cup, of course, will be the biggest sporting event next year, and the Brazilian presidential election. This is our main differentiator compared to Polymarket and Kalshi. Our distribution strategy centered around, let's say, our brand ambassadors. Our main ambassador is El Gato, with almost 10 million YouTube subscribers. We've organized several tournaments with like the Triad Cup, which we hosted early October, or just yesterday we had 170K live viewers in a YouTube stream. Their goal of these influencers is to explain the platform and the advantages of prediction markets over traditional betting sites. They will be placing live bets on stream, and they create content, and we do markets targeted to their communities and on the games they play and the content they create. This is the stream I was talking about yesterday. It led to the biggest influx of new users to our platform in a short amount of time. While they were discussing this tournament, you can see here that we had a link to the main market here in Triad of who they thought they were going to win, whether it's Dantes or Gu, and it resulted in the biggest inflow of new users to our platform. But we're not stopping at Brazil. We plan to go global, of course. Web3 is a global market, and prediction markets can scale globally. However, we want to do this carefully because we don't want to lose touch with what is currently our competitive advantage, right? We don't want to become just another Kalshi Polymarket because we know we cannot compete with the liquidity these platforms already have. So what are we going to do? We're right now just finishing our mobile app, so we will be on par with the likes of Polymarket and Kalshi. Betting users mobile is currently the preferred method to access bets. But more importantly, and what I'm most excited about is this parlay bet architecture that we are going to build. It's parlay bets are basically the go-to method of sports bettors. So the way it works is they'll bet, for example, let's say in a football Champions League night, they'll think like this team is going to win against this team is going to win against that team, so on and so forth. Bet in a wide variety of games, and if it's an all or nothing thing. They have to get all of those choices right, and if they do, the odds that that type of bet offers is very high. So the odds is really high. That is what engages people the most, and this currently doesn't exist in prediction markets, only in traditional betting. Now, traditional betting companies take 10% of this, like over 10% sometimes of margins in these bets. So we know for sure that we can undercut them with the nature of how prediction market works, and as the odds are based on supply and demand. And now to build this, we've gained inspirations from GMX, where people basically provide liquidity against, and that liquidity, people that use a platform for leverage trades, they draw from it, and the fees that these people pay and also liquidations go back into the liquidity pool. So the liquidity providers earn a share of fees. This creates a good network effect, and this basically attracts liquidity to the platform, which provides more powers more bets, and mathematically, house always wins, so people will be playing house in a decentralized way, and that will keep the pool growing and keep network effects going on. And this pool will also launch our token that will be backstopping this pool, similar to the dual liquidity model that GMX has, where there's a liquidity token and also the platform token that accrue in real yield. Meet our team, the founders, Davi, Daniel, and Neto. Davi and Daniel are brothers, and Neto is their cousin. So they're very proficient devs. They've been in the Solana ecosystem for a long time. Davi and Daniel have won multiple hackathons. Daniel was previously a dev for Helium Network, and he's known as one of Solana's top devs. Davi is our CEO, Daniel is our CTO, Neto is our CPO. Neto has plenty of experience as product designer, and he's the one that has been behind our website. Our advisor and investor is Ragged, co-founder and CEO of Cast. He is the one that invested in 400K in our pre-seed round. We're currently raising 5 million to power our global expansion. So we'll be investing that money into growth and strategy, as well as technology, product development, and operations. Thank you very much for listening to me. I will go ahead and show you our product. Let me
Yes, you can
see.
do that in a couple of minutes, please. Okay, thank you.
Yeah. This is our website. It looks much more like traditional Web2 betting site rather than a prediction market, with a way to display the odds. We have one-click bets. So let's say, for example, I think Bitcoin will hit 150K by the end of the year. I'll enter the amount here. With one simple click, I'll place a bet. We've just launched this new UX just yesterday, and we are looking to target bringing Web2 users who are mobile first. I can't show kids how it looks in mobile, but in my opinion, it's even nicer. Okay, thank you all for listening. Please do ask any questions that you may have.
Sure, Roberto. Thank you so much. I'll open the floor for the judges to ask any questions, if any. Yeah.
I have a quick question. Oh, Mark, you also wanted to say something. I keep it very short.
Yeah, passing the floor to
Just
you.
wanted to understand the distribution, because now it's like basically the 5 million is raised for growth, right? For the global distribution strategy. And so far, the process has predominantly been, the creators like Gato and like these type of guys, especially esport partners. But how do you guys see distribution on a larger scale, right? Like, how do you guys grow market share? How is that money being used? Is that, again, like a creator strategy, or like how you grow into more users?
Yeah, the creator strategy for us has been by far the most successful thing we've done in terms of onboarding users and fan engagement, like getting people to talk about our platform. We know that this type of growth strategy requires a lot of business development work. And for Brazil, we know the culture really well. So it was easier for us to implement. So now the money, we know we also have to hire for other countries that we want to expand to, people that know the culture really well. So that's key for us to scale.
Gotcha. I know we don't have much time, so Mark.
Yeah, I'll keep it brief and relevant. So first of all, congrats on being early to the prediction markets. Whenever I look into the red oceans, I have kind of the similar question all the time. So it's pretty clear in regards to your go-to-market penetration strategy for the foreseeable future. But what is your vision, like in short terms, of your competitive edge for the retention after the hype settles a little bit? Like how you plan to retain user even though focusing on the local market. So what's like your idea here?
Yeah, for sure. I think that it's key to have people understand that prediction markets, just because their prices are set by supply and demand, they offer more competitive prices than betting companies. I think people realize soon enough when they compare odds from one platform to another. And that is an important part. Second of all, it's important. One of the main reasons I'm very excited about the parlay bet system is that this is a feature that betting houses have and currently doesn't exist in Polymarket or Kalshi. And it's a very culturally aligned method where people like to bet on sports, especially. And this is going to be key for user retention and have Web2 users come into our platform and stay there.
Got it. But thanks for sharing your vision on that. No more questions on my end.
Great. Thank you. Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Roberto. Now we'll start the poll. And I think this is the last of all the teams. Thank you, Roberto, for staying on for long. And I know this is a long day for you as well. Thank you as well for others. We wrap up the pitching part of the open demo day now. So I think what we will do is we'll wait for our team to just collate the entire information, and then we will announce the winner as well today. So just allow us about 2-3 more minutes, and we can figure it out. In the meantime, I think what I will do is thank everyone here. Because this has been a long day for everyone. I really appreciate you all spending time and coming here in multiple different ways. Oh, let me stop this timer. This is timing me as well. Okay. Yeah, so congratulations to all the team for amazing pitches. Great work, and big thanks for applying and presenting. A heartfelt thank again on to the esteemed panel of judges, Mark, Mariam, Josephine, Tobias. Thank you so much for lending us your time, your expertise, your questions, and the energy that you bring into the entire panel. And a big thanks to everyone who joined us today, our partners, investors, committee members, and everyone for being part of this event. We've already had some investors in the audience who were requested some introductions to some of all the startups here. So our investor relationships team will coordinate with the next steps after the session is over. And before we sign off, I would like to request everyone to follow our socials and to stay updated on our upcoming events, programs, and opportunities across the Pivot ecosystem. And now, I mean, if it's, are we ready with the winner, Zishan?
Sure. Just allow us 1 more minute, and we will be in the position of announcing the final reconciliation of scores is in works.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. In the meantime, I would like to request final words from our our judges. Would love to hear from you what exactly you think about this thing. Mark, would love to hear from you. Hi there, Mark. Yeah, your final words, please.
Yeah. So second time here, but as excited as the first time. Great pitches here. I see a couple of fits within our verticals, so we definitely will contact the teams from today. And yeah, I received some decent alpha. So thank you, Pivot team, for organizing this event. And
Thank you, Mark.
glad to join next
Yeah.
time.
Awesome. Yeah. Thank you, Mark. Tobias, yeah, please.
Yeah, thank you so much, guys, for all these pitches, and also a big shout out to you guys for organizing it and how well organized it was with the scoring sheet and all the information in a Notion doc. So that is awesome. It was a bit of time to do some due diligence before. I do requested some intros, so I'd love to keep the conversation going with some of the startups that have presented today. Otherwise, yeah, thank you so much for all the companies. Great jury, great panel, and I hope to be part of the next one. Thank you so much and have a wonderful
Awesome.
weekend.
Thank you, Tobias. Really. Do we have Mariam now? Mariam, is she there?
Yes, absolutely. Thank you for the flawless organization. The flow was great. As Tobias said, the Notion board was very clear. Scoring amazing to deal with. And thank you for the teams overall. The pitches were very clear, straight to the point, and well organized. I have also requested introductions with some of these teams, and I'm excited to connect and potentially be back on the jury. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate your time and all. Now, I think the final moment is to open the winner showcase. Zishan, all waiting in bated breath. If you have the final scores. All right, here we go. Congratulations, Team Tough, Dibyo. You are the winners as far as the number of points are concerned. And I must say that, when you look at the points, the total points which I'm viewing, very, very close, competition here. And a special mention to Ozak AI as well, because they were running very, very close. Congratulations to everyone for presenting. Very well done, champs. Our team will coordinate with all of you for the rewards distribution later and via our Telegram groups that we have created. It's been a long day for everyone. Thank you so much, everyone. Really appreciate your time, judges, partners, investors, the community, and of course, the entire startup teams that have come in. Thank you very much, everyone. All the best, and we will see you in the next one. This is Pivot signing off for the day. Ciao. Bye-bye. Take care.
Thanks a lot, everyone.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah.